let me just go ahead and just say big ups to just the scene in general. Like, I don't think anybody seen the growth or what this would migrate into. Y'all don't really understand the trials and tribulations we went through on the grind, and the fact that we continue to do this not to like turn into something, but just because it was just straight genuine love, and for it to be what it's about to be. Like y'all have no freaking clue all the stuff that's about to happen in the next few months. Y'all like have no clue at all. If I was to tell you, you would think I'm lying. And
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, Jay Ham can join us a little bit later. He's taking care of some business, but
yes,
yeah,
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
the, the Memphis radio spots
Man, come on.
are 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 jumping off. There's some things in the works that we can't talk about, but you will know soon enough. So shout out to
Johnny Brand.
Ham. Shout out to Views from the 22. Um, we there's things en route. I would just say that there are definitely things en route.
Hey, buckle up.
Buckle up. Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe to the scene. Join Views from the 22. Join 94 Feet of Life on like just. I want y'all to be there when the spark hits the charcoal. I want y'all to be there.
And make sure
Now,
you put your oxygen mask on before you help the other person.
yeah, that's right. That's
Because
right.
we about the altitude about to be crazy.
So listen, we are here after God, it's been 7 months. We are now at the NBA's version of the Final Four, the conference finals. Big shot in the building. MJ, Coach MJ is here with us. Trav in the building. Uh, I'm not. He's not a special guest. I don't know what I'm talking about. Producer Mo's in the background, providing the stats, providing the research. This is the conference finals preview, fellas. It's crazy, but basically you had this two series that are basically the same series. So you know how we do it, rapid fire in and out. You don't have to raise your hand. So I looked this up today. Mo can do the research. The Pacers and Oklahoma City are the same team. On the flip, Minnesota and New York are the same team.
With the same players.
The same players. Here's why I
Mhm.
say this. Oklahoma City and Indiana both have 10-man rotations. When I say 10-man rotation, I'm talking about 10 guys who have played every playoff game.
Mm.
Both of them. 10. New York and Minnesota have 8-man rotation. 8 guys have played every playoff game for both of those teams. Indiana, no starter plays more than 34 minutes. Oklahoma City, no starter plays more than 34 minutes. Minnesota, New York. Four Knicks have 5 starters who play 35 minutes or more. Minnesota has 4 starters that play 35 minutes or more. So I just wanted to kind of leave that as sort of the backdrop. Shout out Mo. Oklahoma and Indian Oklahoma averaging the same points per game.
Also,
So
also,
go ahead.
Minnesota and New York both have small left-handed, rather traditional point guards.
Yeah.
If you look at Oklahoma City and Indy, they both, play like a big guard standpoint.
You know what's so funny? Minnesota and Trav, I'm gonna let Trav expound this. Minnesota is the last of what you would call a traditional starting five. Trav pointed this out to me the other night. I was like, yeah, that's right. So Trav, expound on that.
I mean, Cleveland, man. Oh my God. Cleveland to me was one of the last few that actually one, two, three, four, five. I mean, traditional. But then I got to looking at Minnesota and I'm like, Minnesota is built the same way. They're built the same way. And I had to, and I think Big Shot pointed out at first it was like Cleveland. I'm like, you look at Minnesota, Minnesota is the same way. They are the same exact way. Everything is traditional. And basically, how it's working is it's we say it on here that it's simple, but it's a part of the game. And it's getting to your game plan first and often. When you can run your stuff and your stuff is working often, somebody got to make an adjustment. Somebody got to make an adjustment. And as y'all seen with Minnesota, I love Julius Randle. Big Blue Nation. Y'all know what it is with me.
Yeah.
But Minnesota is putting Julius in spots to where you got one or two options, and they better be made in 1.5 seconds.
Mm.
You better pass the ball, or you better dribble and go to the basket.
Yep.
And notice they're coming in angles too. They're coming in angles. It's like a slasher. It's like a slasher angle. Remember how they used to talk about that offside lob play that Cleveland used to run, but then they brought it to Miami with D Wade and LeBron? It's kind of in that angle of like an offset slash. And Julius, he's like a wrecking ball, man. He's going straight to the basket. So that's how that is with me, man.
MJ.
So first off, shameless plug. Ball U Academy is back. We are about to start training tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m. Crown Point, Indiana, at Full Spectrum Fitness. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, not just to say it out of nowhere, but watch how I tell this back. Everything that Trav said was dope, but the real thing that people ain't understanding is the fact that basketball is not an aerobic game. It's an aerobic and an anaerobic game. It's both. Why does this matter? You want to know why this matters? Because our whole life we've been taught, run sprints, work hard, work hard, work hard. You know what you're doing? You're just allowing your tendons and your Achilles and all of these things that are attached to pretty much rubber bands to eventually pop. You want to know why Minnesota and New York, ironically, it works even though they have an 8-man rotation? Because guys get rest pockets because they play the old school way. So you look at Julius Randle, they be like, you got 2 minutes to do whatever you want while Edwards chill. After his 2 minutes at Edwards, you got 2 minutes to do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. After that, we bring Naz Reid in. Naz Reid, go cook. So now we're asserting ourselves, but we're not pushing our body to the max to where we get injured. What happened with Steph and his hamstring? He was in his bag, in his luggage, the whole first 2 quarters. Hanton. Jason Tatum had 43 points for first 3 quarters, all in luggage. Achilles tear. When they traded away Luka, Kyrie, it's your show now. ACL. When y'all start actually learning how to properly train this game and how to properly monitor this game, I'm not saying that you just stand still and do nothing. I'm saying that there is a way to be able to monitor your rest pockets and know when to go full speed, when to go hard, when to go with pace.
Now, on the flip side, you got Oklahoma City, who says, we just put another guy in when you're tired.
Ding! And that's the other alternative.
So, and if you look at Oklahoma City, they have played 10 guys. And what they did against Denver, when the half-court offense was struggling the first quarter and a half, they were kind of having trouble scoring the ball, the flow. They just, and Ham and people who know historian, they just went to the old Arkansas. We just gonna go 40 minutes of hell.
Mm-hmm.
They picked
and run your legs right from up underneath you.
And they just said, we're gonna pick the pressure up we're gonna pick you up at half court. We contesting every pass. And to me, this is where Oklahoma and Minnesota series, to me, this is one of the side factors in hand. I want you to jump back in with your thoughts. Minnesota can win the series.
Yeah, they can.
But the magic number is 12. They cannot turn that ball over more than 12 times. Oklahoma City is the best defense to offensive team in the league. They get the turnovers. They turned them 37 points, all turnovers in Game 7. You just cannot, like, a turnover is never good. But if you Minnesota, I'll take a 24-second violation. I'll take a 5-second call. Live ball turnovers are no good against Oklahoma City. You cannot turn that ball over. And Randall and Edwards, for as good as they are prone to turning the ball over. And if I'm Chris Finch, you cannot emphasize that enough leading up to this game. We have to take care of the ball. Ham, thank you for joining us. I know you're taking care of some business. Your initial thoughts on either series?
In the West, that's like, if you ever been to, like, not one of these New Jack AAU tournaments, I'm talking about one of the OG, old school, 80s, 90s AAU national tournaments. You've been to one of those joints, that's kind of like your number 2 seed against your number 3 seed or whatever, lined up like that. And either one of them are like legit capable of winning it. If not like your 1-4 matchup, one of them kind of Final Four matchups. And it's some young legs that's out there. First off, I want to just address a few things with like Denver. There's a few things I picked up there with Oklahoma City. Big Jalen Williams, not the one that went to Arkansas, who come out the bench, big fella. He didn't get enough credit, I think, for how he defended Jokic as well.
Yeah.
Put his body on him, did a whole lot of lean, and Jokic already ain't athletic, so he having to carry that extra weight with catch leaning on him, this, that, and the other. His leg, you shoot the jumper with your legs. He ain't had no legs. And a couple times during the series, he got them back, whatnot, but they wore down. That's pretty much what it was. When we got to Game 7, everything was worn down. Now, in this one, I like everything that you pretty much brought up as the keys, Big Shot. The touchdowns for turnovers, the live ball turnovers that's going the other way, that's going to get 2 or 3, which Tom Izzo refers to them as touchdown for turnovers, pretty much. Well, turnovers for touchdowns, rather. But they can't happen because that's where we saw Denver go from up being 11 to down 13 within like a 7-minute stretch. It was kind of like Golden State-esque when they was in their prime with it, but they wasn't no threes. It was just them dashing you, pressing, getting up after you, the pressure, just creating the live ball turnovers and getting it out like that. Now, that WWE series that's going on in the East, Big Shot, you mentioned this on the show we had last week. The Pacers, if you like basketball like that, the Pacers are really kind of like where it's at. In terms of just, you can just appreciate just good hooping cats that play the right way, do all the dope cliched shit, play for each other, we share the ball. It's about 4 or 5 of them averaging 4 or 5 assists. Yeah, they do that. They defend. They ain't gonna back down. And they went to the guard already. About like 25. They smoked it.
You know something? Hold on, let me just. I think you got to mute your phone or mute your somebody mute the thing. Here's something crazy I just thought of. Rest in peace, David Stern. David Stern, when he came in the league, when it was in shambles, nobody really cared about team play then, so he started pushing the individuals. That's what turned it into the global icon that it turned into. Around 2014, though, what happened? Who won draft?
Spurs.
How did they
Team
win?
basketball, pace and space. Everybody share the basketball.
Okay,
They
so let's
were
say 2014, and let's go 10 years from now, with the exception of maybe, I'm not going to even say 16 Cleveland Cavaliers, because if you look at that team, you will know it wasn't just no big three. Maybe Milwaukee. That's the only team that didn't win without having a deep bench, or didn't use it. So we've been in this era. The only thing is, now with so much to be made, I'm wondering if this now can be shifted to more of a NFL style concept, which is why the Luka trade happened.
Mm.
We're already an inelastic product. We proved that at COVID. Y'all gonna watch no matter what. We had to ship all of our resources to one spot and play in a bubble because y'all couldn't handle not having basketball. Now that we know that, we can go back to no man is bigger than the league. No man is bigger than the association. And if we're going to do that, guess who's going to start winning even more now? And we're going to welcome it. Teams, not players.
Right. We are out Channing, and when it's sort of at the peak of the controversy about ESPN and how it's covered, Channing Frye made this point that I think people didn't really catch. And Ham has talked about this with these new cap rules and this new CBA. The super team, the big three, that's done.
Done.
It's done. And you look at these two teams, and Trav, jump back in. We talked about this with Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton leads them in minutes, but he only playing 34 a night. He's also the second leading scorer. The leading scorer is Pascal Siakam.
Look how many Shea playing tonight and averaging 30.
Yeah. And you look at their team, you got Siakam at 18, Tyrese at 17, Miles Turner's like 15, Neesmith is like 12, Obi Toppin and then McConnell, I think, come off the bench at like 9 points a game each. Like they got, as MJ just spoke on, this is now a team game. This is now not the comic book BS as Ham called it. Like, and even though the Knicks play 8 guys, the 5 guys play heavy minutes, and Brunson rightfully so gets a lot of the love. To me, when I look at the Knicks, I look at that 3-headed monster of private school dudes playing in the wing. OG, Jason Hart, Mikal Bridges. MJ, you talked about rest pockets. It's a perfect lead-in. I'll go to Trav.
Yep.
Them 3 dudes, you just literally put them on the
Ferris wheel.
On the Ferris wheel.
You play hard. And you play hard. And you play hard. And we can do this all 48 minutes.
And that's the thing with New York. 48 minutes. They got 5 players that are ready to go. 48 minutes. Is that good? No. It's not good. Are they getting away with it? Yes. Can they get away with it? We don't know yet.
This is going to be a test of that.
And this is going to be the test because last year they got away with it, but they didn't get away with it when one particular player got hurt. Do y'all know who that particular player was? He hurt his left hand. I wonder who that was.
Jalen Brunson.
Exactly. So, as more as these, you know what? I got it. You know what this come down to? These teams are so evenly matched up. It's coming down to Tibbs and Carlisle.
I hope not.
And if it comes down to that, it's a match of brain powers, man.
It's what I think also in this series is going to be key is because we talked about the difference. just like Oak in the West, Oklahoma City want to get out transition. Indiana definitely want to get
Wants to
out
get out
play
of transition.
transition.
And
Controlling, and this is where the big body bends. Jalen Brunson, not necessarily him scoring, is him keeping the pace at a level that the Knicks can manage. Because you watched it last year, what Indiana successfully did to them last year, and even with people hurt, they got the Knicks to do this. They got you to play 115, they got you to play 120, 115, 115, 110.
You know what, Big Shot?
The Knicks got to keep this as much 1999 as possible. 90s, 95, low hundreds maybe. They got to keep the score down. Minnesota on the other side, same thing.
Same thing.
Keep the score down. You want to keep that thing 105 and under, because if that gets to 110, 115, 120,
And the
you don't want to be there.
And the irony of what you just said, as I pass this over to Jay Hammer real quick, the two dudes that got traded is going to be the two key guys that can do that.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns in New York is the difference in that series. If he beats Miles Turner, if he wins Miles Turner's matchup 4 times out of 7, they win.
They in there.
We're going to go to Ham real quick, but to that point, Ham, unlike Boston, who Porzingis unhealthy, and then you got Luke Cornett and Sam Hauser, who are perimeter bigs. Cat cannot be in foul trouble in these games. Can't. Because even though Indiana's not like swole big, it's active.
There ain't no pumps.
It's active. It's Toppin. It's Turner.
Yeah.
Is Thomas Bryant spare you some minutes off?
Naismith crashing.
Naismith crashed. Naismith is a really good offensive rebounder off the wing. Like, Big Cat, man, you to your best of your ability, Big Cat, you gotta stay off that pine with 3 fouls in the second quarter. You can't.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ham.
Reinstate John Halliburton. First thing first there. Reinstate John Halliburton. John Halliburton need to be direct. He actually put him right next to Spike.
No.
This is for the,
you know what? It ain't safe. It ain't safe for him. It ain't safe.
Trav, it's the last series on TNT, Trav. We need that.
We can't see this man on Twitter getting skull drug in New York City.
We need this one. With Reggie in the building too, Reggie calling us. Come on, Trav, we need
you know Reggie got top-notch security, man. You know Reggie got top-notch security, dog. Reggie going, that's why Reggie can say what he said. I'm going to be in New York City. I own this building. He said all of that. He can talk his talk because he knows he's secure, man. Halliburton ain't secure.
Adam, he was like, look, let me get John Halliburton in the guard. Work with me on that, Adam. I mean,
you know what? If a real plea from Tyrese, he can get him in Indiana. I don't think he can get him in New York, though.
Yeah. I mean, Les made a good point in the comment section. You know, he was like, for pretty much both Minnesota and New York, bench ain't really got the depth. But this is why you make the point, Big Shot. You got to keep these New York, y'all got to keep it in the mud. Minnesota, y'all have to value the basketball.
Yeah, can't turn to a track meet.
Yeah,
can't turn to a lose.
They pretty much got to try to make it as much as they can too, though, in Minnesota.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. The horses to get out the dog out, and defend and do their thing with it. Rudy can't do stupid shit with going against Hardenstein and Chet and dealing with them. He got to be smart about it. Then again, it's Rudy we talking about, so it is what it is. I mean, either there. I mean, but
Now, I give you another guy that, we talked about Anthony Edwards. He has to be, and he's been this in the playoffs, so this is not an insult. He has to continue to be mature.
Yeah.
Because the temptation in this series is this. We got basically the 4 best young guards in the league in the conference final. There's a temptation for him to say, let me see if I can go blast basket for basket with SGA.
That's a dangerous game.
He's got to continue to do what he did in the Lakers series and what he did against Golden State, and that is make great decisions, make great decisions, be aggressive, but be smart.
Hey, we get that kind of dude, man. That just need to go 9 games, man. We get 5 out of 9 out of that one instead of 4 out of 7 for real. We need extra on that one.
He got to just continue. He's played a really, and is funny, and is a fun dude. He's a funny guy, all the personality, but his game has really matured in the playoffs.
And what I like about just this today's generation too is this today's generation is extremely like even keeled and coachable.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you really look at the young stars, every time we say, yeah, he good, but he needs to do this, usually the following year they come back with it.
Yeah.
Like immediately. So that's what makes it a great game. And that's why it's not a secret that all of the dudes who have won a title before are gone. Because these dudes ready. It's like you're the only thing an older player can do against a younger person, to be honest, is to just distract them from playing basketball. That's really all we can do.
Wow.
Get you overthinking, get you frustrated, get you worried about something else. And then, our experience can take over. But if you got somebody that's like not playing that game with you, nothing you can do.
It's another key, fellas. Is what I did now. Here's what I did see that Minnesota could take advantage of Oklahoma City. Despite them having Shea and all this depth, one thing I noticed about Oklahoma City in this Denver series, they struggle sometimes when the game gets close.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is a function of having just too many guys and just too much mix and match. But when the game, if I'm Minnesota, we talk about keep the turnovers down. Here's the other thing I'm saying if I'm Minnesota. With 3 minutes to go in the game, we just need to be within 5. If we're within 5 with 3 minutes to go, we got a shot. Ham, go ahead.
We got that though with Denver, and they still end up losing by like 30.
They did, but they also had games where it wasn't quite sure. Like, so again, no, you're right. I mean, Oklahoma City can put a 10-0 run on you very quickly.
But Denver,
I know what you're saying. Like we hadn't really seen them in adversity, like real adversity yet.
Right.
Not that it's just 2-1 with after that, it was like, okay, they can't go down 3-1, but they all right. Then they came back in that game 4 was kind of like what you said. They were down majority of that. Then they pretty much got it back close, and then they ended up running off in the 4th quarter. Then they did the same thing again.
You know the thing that I've seen about OKC. When they're beaten, it seems like they're just not even interested.
Yeah.
Like they're get like how you said, they get close. Those folks get that 5-point lead on them with like a minute and 3 seconds left. Guess what they gonna go do? They're gonna go down and shoot a 3. They miss it, now they down 7-8. And it's like a kill shot to them. And then they like, man, oh well, we got another game. We got another game. They got type of for some reason I've been seeing that type of mindset with them.
Now on the flip side, Indiana gonna play you the whole 48.
And and the thing about Boston, not Boston. New York can't be like New York. New York can't play that style with Boston against Indiana.
That
Just
ain't
like
why.
how we said, if New York is close, they can pull a stunt out on Boston because the best thing that works for Boston kill Boston, and that's the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They on the other side of this
Yeah.
because it's anybody but Halliburton.
All right.
Anybody but Halliburton.
So
That game close, and he got the ball.
So I'm looking at the comments. I'm checking the comments out. Ty Love asks, what team would you like to see win their first title, possibly? Let me just go ahead and say this disclaimer. New York Knicks fans, if you're going to act that way, making the Eastern Conference Finals, I personally fear for Times Square, Wall Street, the World Trade Center, Akbar, the Akiway sandwich,
Aki.
the rat that took the Reese's. I fear for everybody. Listen,
shout out, Victor.
Y'all gotta learn how to act, man.
Shout out, Vic, man.
I saw y'all on top of a screen billboard for the Easter. How did you get there? How?
The white boy that was
How
up.
did you get there?
He was up.
Deborah Cox. No, Deborah Cox energy right now. How did you get there? You're not supposed to be there. There is no ladder to get there. How? You throwing trash bags at people? Trash bags? Hold up. How did you get the trash bag? I didn't see that one dumpster. Y'all don't even got alleys. Y'all put your garbage on the ground. How did he get a trash bag? I got so many questions right now. But I need y'all to learn how to act. Because at some point, I'm going to visit New York. I don't want to visit it if it's in shambles. So I want to root for you. I would love to see y'all win, but y'all don't know how to act. Do better, New York. Do better.
They were throwing stuff at Brian Windhorst, man. He walking to the car, the folks started throwing stuff at dude.
Hey, man.
Unless I know the World Trade Center don't exist.
They ain't even let Windhorst. They ain't let Windhorst live, man. This man walking on it. Well, see, Windhorst so freaking dumb. What are you doing walking out there like that? You ain't safe either. They looking to knock your head off.
It's interesting. You talk about, man, the Knicks, no championships since 1973. Indiana has never won an NBA championship. They won in the ABA. They've never won an NBA championship. Oklahoma City ain't won a championship since they were the Seattle Supersonics. That was 1978. They never won as a Thunder, so this is their first title. Minnesota has never won one. I love it.
Minnesota ain't even been to a final.
Never been to a final at all. Period.
This they closest since what?
KG.
Last year or KG?
Was his last year in the KG, and then before that, the KG Timberwolves. Yeah.
But then you got Cousins matching up in the Western Conference.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that cousin, that Alexander.
Who's cousins?
Alexander and Shea.
That's right. Walker. They are cousins. Sure, yeah.
I don't believe it.
First cousins at that.
I don't believe it. Y'all ain't T-Mac and Tracy.
So I'm gonna say this, Ty Love.
I don't know how I work in Canada. I don't believe it.
So Ty Love, I'm gonna say this. Knicks, Minnesota will be entertaining because you got the Cat Randall trade.
Yeah.
That would be entertaining as I don't know what. I think really any combination, because like I was saying, you got the 4 best young guards in the league playing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get a duel no matter what combination we get.
It's gonna be good hoop.
You're gonna get hoop.
Here's what's funny to me. Brunson and Halliburton already got gear up in the WWE shop.
Dude, and they selling it.
Yeah.
You think they not finna use that?
Brass knuckle versus chair.
Also, make note that SummerSlam this year is a 2-night event, and it's at MetLife in New York. They're gonna use all them folks. You might see Chet out there at SummerSlam. You know, Lou Dort gonna have WWE gear. coming
Yeah.
out the top.
Ty,
Like what?
Lou Dort finna have shoulder pads named after him.
Yeah.
hey, bro, Ty said 94 feet of life meet and greet at MSG for the next game. He must think we know Mortimer or something. Like, bro, did you see them ticket prices? I'll pass.
Them ticket
700 for
prices.
nosebleed.
Yeah. The
Shout out to
nosebleeds.
Jay Ham for knowing what I'm talking about. Like, we don't know Mortimer, bro. We don't got pork bellies in stock. We don't got the inside track for orange juice.
None of that. None of that.
So, fellas, we're going to do some quick hitters to end the show. But let's just do the first quick one. Not who you want to win, because honestly, I have no Rudy. I have no dog in this fight. Like, literally, I'm just here for good hoop on this one. Like, this is one of the first times where I really don't have a preference. So I'm just picking this purely off objectivity. I'm going Pacers in 6, Oklahoma City in 6. Who y'all got?
Okay.
Go first.
I got
for the show.
I have. We're gonna keep going with 8-man rotation versus 10-man rotation. I got the Knicks winning in 6, and I got OKC winning in 7. And I also have one of the Trump buildings being crumbled after it happens.
You know what?
It's not gonna have a chance.
You want to know the final that I want? I want Minnesota and New York. You know why? Because Anthony Edwards need a New York moment. Anthony Edwards need a New York moment. If Anthony Edwards have a New York moment, do you understand the face of the NBA would change?
Mm-hmm.
New York would never be the same because that's probably the closest they ever get. So I want them to get as close as they want to only to be let down.
Wow.
If that happens, we're gonna be in SummerSlam for real.
So that's 2 places Trav can't go to. Trav can't go to Miami. Trav can't go to New York. Let's just keep scratching places off at this point. Why not?
Damn, who you got?
Chicago?
I'd have been there. I was safe. Safe.
Okay, safe. Good.
But now
I got the Knicks and the Blood Feud at 7. I got Oklahoma City at 6. But here's the thing. Y'all realize that we are about to witness something that we've never seen in our lifetime?
What's that?
We had a conference final where none of these motherfuckers have won a championship. And I'm not talking about what Seattle did in 79. I'm not talking about that because when they get expansion, that's going back to their history. Oklahoma City will have its own history like that. That's from that. They had already stated that. And y'all know they're going to put basketball back in Seattle. Big Shot, you mentioned it earlier with the Pacers, ABA title, but not an NBA title.
No NBA title.
They've been to only one NBA final. That was 25 years ago. And you got Minnesota, as we mentioned. They didn't even come with franchise until 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Thunder that we just mentioned, and the Knicks, which we haven't seen in our lifetime.
What? Seen them go to the finals or seen them win a final?
In the final.
Oh yeah. We didn't. Yeah.
None of us were alive.
I was gonna say in our life. Unfortunately, in our lifetime, we have seen it, but we ain't seen them win it.
Been there.
Is it possible to bubble wrap a car?
Say what now?
Is it possible to bubble wrap a car or a building? How much bubble wrap costs? Like, I'm really trying to prepare for New York. I want to see it safe. Like, I'm just trying to figure some things out here. Y'all need to bubble wrap the whole city.
It's impossible, man.
If it go to Game 5, just start buying bubble wrap. I'm gonna put the stock
It's
out for bubble wrap.
impossible. That's the concrete jungle, man. The concrete jungle.
So, a couple quick hits, man. Then we're gonna wrap up because we did this in a fun 40. We're gonna try to keep this under 45. Quick hits. Who is traded first?
Okay.
Giannis or KD?
KD. It's gonna take time for Giannis. He gonna get traded, but they got to simmer.
They got okay. KD traded.
It need to be Giannis, man. And we know where he need to go.
Oh, Trav.
Here's.
I would say KD. Hell, what Trav talking about? Matter of fact, man, I just wanted to make that note that even when I posted to share the link on Facebook, Tony made a comment on the link. Go to hell, Trav.
We got to say hey man, that's a whole nother hour that I can go with. We got the second and 12 gift wrapped for you, baby. Let's make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, it is. Let me think another quick hitter.
God.
Another quick hitter. So since they still ain't made the announcement, why is this taking so long? I have no idea. It's the longest.
We know who it is, man. We
Do
know.
we? Do we?
I think so. I think so.
I was under the belief until now that the voting was done, but they held on to their pivot until they wanted to see what was going to happen in this.
You know what? I thought about that Sunday. I'm not a big conspiracy theory brother, and I know all the votes supposedly were in the regular season. I think they held on to it too.
They held on to it.
I think, but that went on, and now they supposed to announce our rookie team tomorrow. I saw that announcement.
Yeah, was it like that? You dragging this out? Now we're gonna do the all rookie thing.
I mean, but they're actually doing it because your playoff performance should matter. It should.
We get all this WWE alignment, man. They dragging it out like it's a wrestling pay-per-view, man. Like WrestleMania used to be 9 hours before they made it 2 days.
Yeah, they shot because he won.
So Trav, who's winning it then? You said you know who it is.
I think. Well, I think SGA is gonna win it. They're gonna punish Joker about one thing, but it's not his fault. If you're gonna blame somebody, blame Oklahoma City defense. They're gonna look at Elmer Fudd doing the best job he did against the Joker. But he didn't do. But here's the thing. It was such a beautiful strategy what they did, man.
It was a great strategy. It worked, yeah.
They made him lob the pass over so somebody can come and help and knock it out of his hand. If they hit his hand, they're going to claim the hand is a part of the ball. There's a turnover going the other way. That's how 37 points got scored on them yesterday.
Just keep your lower base centered and you straight.
And that was the problem with Joker because Joker don't have a lower center of gravity because he already 7 damn foot. You got to throw the ball up high. You got Chet Holmgren coming. You got Jalen Williams coming. You got GA coming. They just hitting the ball out of his hand, and that's a break.
I think SGA is going to win the MVP, and I think the out is going to be. You know what the out's going to be?
What's that?
They fired the head coach and the general manager 2 weeks before the season was up.
That's another good reason.
No, I think that's
another.
That's going to be the out.
I think it could be a segue on how they should carry MVP votings out in the future. Allow the playoffs to dictate
who's the winner.
Let's stop acting like value should stop at the regular season. Let's just stop acting like that.
Or you do, or to me, what they do, because I seen this done in hockey. Hockey has a separate MVP for the playoffs. Not like the Stanley Cup final. They have the Stanley Cup Finals MVP, and then they have like the MVP of the playoffs.
The
NBA ain't gonna
concept-
do that because that means they got to pay more money because now that's another incentive to have to get a bigger.
EuroLeague has a playoff MVP and a Finals MVP. So again, they say it's a regular season award. All right, cool. I think SGA is gonna win it, and I hope he wins. I think the thing about SGA is like the Tim Duncan of two guards.
Yeah.
It's where, dang, SGA had 31, 6, and 6 again.
Hey, bro. Hey, look at everybody. All the notables that's in the top four. All of them play fundamentally sound. Tyrese Halliburton, playoff 2. SGA, playoff 2. Jalen Brunson, playoff 2. Anthony Edwards, for all of that athleticism, he don't get hurt. You want to know why? He playoff 2. If he not taking off, which he takes off 2, but if he ain't taking off, you see reverse pivot, you see fade away, you see up and under. He plays off 2. I don't know why y'all keep making this difficult.
Yeah, it's. I love. And the conversation's gonna be about whatever, but I am here for the new faces. Like Trav and I was watching Game 7, and I get it. You want to hold on to your favorites forever, but the bottom line is Steph Curry, 16 years. James Harden, 16 years. Kevin Durant, 18 years. LeBron, 22. Russell Westbrook, 18, I believe. It's 18. Like, eventually, you got to usher in something new. And I think these conference finals are a perfect way to usher in something new.
And when we get the market size of Indianapolis and Oklahoma City coming together to play
I
for
love
the
it.
richest guys, we gonna find out. We gonna find out who like ball.
So,
just be on shit.
So if Indiana does make the finals, I will come up with ways to survive going to an Indianapolis finals game because it's going to go be crazy there.
Oh, it'll be wild.
Listen. Indianapolis is not what y'all think. I know Indiana, hit place, all of that. Indianapolis is a wild place. If you ever been to Circle City or Black Expo out there, you will know it ain't just corn out there.
And not only that, and it's a basketball city. It's
a perfect mixture.
It's a basketball city.
So
I'm here for Pace, Oklahoma City, just so I can watch y'all, who y'all are. Watch y'all get on 94 Feet of Life and say, man, the ratings is down. Or the league is whack. No, it's not whack.
I'm not in Facebook no more, but we banning anything that y'all.
I'm not on. It's not. It's not.
That are in there. We banning all of that. I ain't even kidding it. I'm saying it.
Or it's the best series.
Go ahead, Ham. Go ahead.
Or it's the best series ever. That's what's gonna happen.
I think I honestly believe whatever combination we get is gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great.
In this round too.
I think it's gonna be.
This been the best playoff.
Man, this been some of the best playoffs played this year, man. And about the past 10 years,
Yeah.
since we've been in this group, since we even had this group.
Yeah,
and a lot of these folks whatever finals be, somebody gonna gas this and talk about it's the best playoff. They're gonna be gassing just like they be gassing on their blind GM when they get a messed up player.
Bro. I ain't did that in a while, man.
Hey, blind. Hey, listen, we blind GM might have to come back to something. I'm just saying. So on that note, Big Shot, Trav, Ham, Coach MJ, the the silent partner, Mo, in the background. 94 Feet of Life, basketball for the people, by the people. Enjoy the games. I think this is going to be one to remember. Signing out.